Hey, what's going on, everybody? John here with WikiGameGuides, and I'm back from my trip. It's May 21st, and today it is hailing and, oh my god, there's some thunder, or some lightning, and hailing and rain and thunder and lightning outside, so hopefully the power doesn't cut out in the middle of this recording from a power surge. But anyway, Wolfenstein just came out yesterday, and I wanted to start doing some... Oh man, you guys can probably hear that. I'm sure that came through on the mic. I want to start doing a new style of vlog. Instead of just me talking to the camera and reading questions or something like that, I wanted to incorporate actual gameplay, which is why you guys are subscribed to this channel, into the vlogs. So I've been gone basically the last 2 weeks. I went to New York City and then DC. I did some sightseeing, visited some friends, went to a graduation, and had an amazing time on my trip. So I'm going to be talking about that. But and then talking about what the site is going to be doing for the next for the next week, basically for the next 2 weeks up until E3 comes out, and then yeah, that's about it. So let's get started. So first off, I have not played any of this game so far. I do love these the different difficulty options though. Mainly the baby. Can I play, Daddy? I'll just do easy just so I can get through this, or normal, I guess. Anyway, I wanted to ask you guys who your favorite vloggers on YouTube are, because I've never really done a lot of this before. Only very occasionally. Maybe I'll post 4 or 5 of these a year, if that even. And I wanted to, I want to know who your favorites are, gaming channel or otherwise. Like, what do you enjoy seeing in vlogs? Is it just daily updates, or do you want me to talk about what's coming up, or do you want me to talk about my crazy stories from drinking? Which is typically what these are going to be. But anyway, so yeah, in the comments, let me know who your favorite vloggers are. So I don't have a lot of plans for Wolfenstein. I'll probably do a couple drink along videos, even though I need to come up with a new name. Emergency alert. Oh man, tornado warning in this area until 2:30. Take shelter now. Check local media. Fuck that. This is more important. That's kind of crazy. You don't see a lot of those emergency weather alerts on your phone. Anyway, so I don't have a lot of plans for Wolfenstein. I'll do a couple drink along videos. I don't want to make a full walkthrough just because Watch Dogs is coming out next week, and I would much rather spend a lot more time making a lot of good videos for Watch Dogs than kind of splitting my time between the 2 games, between this and that. So, yeah, I'll post a couple things for this, but not an extensive amount. I'm going to be streaming this game for the next couple days, at least until Watch Dogs comes out. I'll probably be going back to Dark Souls 2 as well, because that game is still freaking incredible and I still love it. So this is as far as I've played through the tutorial so far. So now I'm just kind of wandering around. This game looks beautiful on the PC. So yeah, I'm really excited for Watch Dogs. I mean, we've been seeing tons and tons of trailers and content coming out for that game forever, and now we're finally going to get our hands on it. I'm probably going to be playing it on the Xbox One, just because that's easier for me to record. So, yeah, make sure to check out those streams and the content I'll be posting next week. So anyway, let's get to my kind of travel recap. I was in New York. I went there for a week. I stayed out in Brooklyn in a little suburb called Bushwick. I was staying with a friend of mine. If you guys listen to the old podcast, Dr. Faggot, he's in his first year residency out there at a little hospital, doing a surgical residency. And he's super busy all the time, but he did get a little bit of time off to show me around a little bit. Oh my god, this is Star Wars styles getting in the turret. Great. Uh-oh. Don't get cocky. This is a great start to the game. Anyway, so I was in Bushwick. I hadn't really spent much time around New York City. I had a lot of fun though. A couple great drinking nights. So the one night that Jesse had off, he kind of showed me around the town, showed me some of his favorite drinking holes. Bushwick's kind of like an up-and-coming neighborhood. It's really, I mean, it's like half nice, half hipster, and then other half is just very Hispanic, and it seems to be getting gentrified very quickly. We went to a place called Roberta's, a pizza joint that apparently like Jay-Z and other rappers go to and shit. Anyway, it was fucking great. We had a great time. Tons of drinking. We went to some weird Eastern European club with one of his coworkers who was from Romania, I believe, and it was like it was this weird club because it was in the middle of nowhere. Like you never would have stumbled across this place, but it had like 2 stages. One of them was like a techno room. Oh, that's a tornado siren. This might actually be serious. Well, I'll wait a little bit longer. I'm recording my death right now, guys. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so it had one room with this kind of like weird techno rave thing going on, and then the second room was like Eastern European. Yeah, that's definitely coming through on the mic. An Eastern European like punk rock band, and it was a lot of fun kind of going between the 2 different rooms. $5 shots and PBRs, and just got super hammered out in Brooklyn, and I don't know what else to say about that. It wasn't like, I don't know, I didn't go home with some random Brooklyn girl or anything like that, so I don't have a great story from that night. But the next morning, so Jesse and I've been training for a marathon, and I've been doing a lot of running recently, and we went for a run around Brooklyn the next morning. But because we had been out drinking so late the night before, Jesse actually has a breathalyzer, and I blew a .15 in the morning, which is like, I don't think most people realize how drunk you actually are in the morning after a long night of drinking, and that was definitely one of the most drunk mornings I've ever had. And then, you know, just sweating out the booze, we went for a 19-mile run in Brooklyn, or started in Bushwick down to like Prospect Park, through downtown Brooklyn, across the Brooklyn Bridge and into Manhattan, and then back up north, and then back across the Williamsburg Bridge. And I'm saying all these names like I've lived in New York City for a long fucking time, but I had, like, honestly, before going there, I didn't know, I didn't understand like the locations of the boroughs in New York. So I learned an enormous amount about New York City, and I did a lot of this cheesy sightseeing touristy shit like the Statue of Liberty and the top of the Rockefeller Plaza, and ran through Central Park. Am I supposed to be doing something? We're just waiting. I feel like I should be doing something right now. So this is the problem with doing the vlog. Oh, here we go. At the same time as playing a game that I'm not familiar with at all. So maybe that's the reason I should play a game that I'm familiar with, multiplayer. I can run around and kill people in Dark Souls while vlogging a lot better than I can figuring out the path for this game. Uh-oh. Shifting space. Get it? Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I did a lot of the, the simple tour, like the tours and things in New York, which I had a lot of fun too. I went to a Yankees game one night. They were playing the Mets, actually, so it was a sold-out game on like a Monday night. Like, they had a couple celebrities there. The only one I remember seeing on the Jumbotron was Jerry Springer, and then there was someone else, I can't remember who.
What's the score, Cat?
It was a fucking riot. Like, I was sitting up in the left field bleachers, like the second deck up, and there was an enormous section of Mets fans. Like, they clearly stuck all the Mets fans together. So I was like right next to this huge section of people that were chanting like Yankees suck, and then everybody else was saying Mets suck, and it was just back and forth the whole time. It actually reminded me a lot of going to England and seeing the Arsenal-Manchester City game when I was sitting in the Arsenal section in Manchester City. So that was a great fucking game. And I never been out to Yankee Stadium, and unfortunately I didn't get to go to, or I never got to see the old Yankee Stadium before they tore it down. And honestly, I didn't really like the new Yankee Stadium. It just didn't really have much personality, if that makes sense. Like, it didn't, it had, like, there's no views of the city. Like, most stadiums have a great view of, well, I don't know, like Coors Field here in Denver, like, it's got a great view of the mountains, or San Francisco Stadium, or like Wrigley, I mean, it's not a great view of the city, I guess, but it's such an amazing stadium that you don't really need it. But anyway, I really didn't like the new Yankee Stadium. It just felt very kind of corporate and soft and uninteresting. But the game was fucking awesome, and I couldn't have picked a better game to go to. What else did I do? That was of note. Statue of Liberty. Oh, I went to see Todd Barry live. If you guys are stand-up comedy fans, Todd Barry just released a new set on Louis C.K.'s website, actually. It's the, what do you call it? The Crowdwork Tour, and I got to see the last show of the Crowdwork Tour. And it actually wasn't that good. I would imagine that the show that he's selling on the website is quite a bit better, but so his Crowdwork Tour is he just riffs off of ideas and people in the audience, and so whether or not it's really funny is all about what kind of material people in the audience are giving him to work with, and the people at this show were not that great, so, but it was a lot of fun. It was something to do, kind of unique and not stupid touristy. Answer the radio. Oh, gotta get out. Oh, here we go. Golden radio. Looks like someone took a pee all over that receiver. Top of the line. Oh, the 9/11 memorial. Yeah. So I went to see the 9/11 memorial, and it was like 3 days before Obama was there, and before the museum was there, or had opened. So unfortunately I missed that, and just opened. But I did get to see the waterfalls and the kind of the giant holes in the ground where the old Twin Towers used to be. And that was an extremely moving exhibit. If you're in New York, absolutely go see that. Or if you're visiting New York City, absolutely go see that. It's so moving. Like there's these two enormous just pits in the ground where the two Twin Towers used to be, and then just these waterfalls that are dumping into this small hole in the ground. And it's just very moving because you're like, well, this is exactly where these giant buildings used to be, and now there's nothing there, and it's very kind of disturbing, I guess. Very dramatic. I should probably pay attention. Run forward. Oh, shift and left control. That's a tough move to do on a PC. Oh Jesus! I just died. So they're asking me to hold shift and control and W at the same time. That's kind of a tricky move. Okay, well, first death of the game. Take a drink. Oh, I don't have any booze. Damn it. Oh well. Anyway, so it's hard to talk and play at the same time, so I'm hoping I'm conveying how much of a great time I had in New York City. And like, it's weird because like you always hear about, like, I think a lot of people that have never been to New York feel like they know New York City just from the movies, and I think I felt that way too. But once I got there and really took my time kind of wandering around and seeing the sights and just taking the subway and stuff like that, like it's a very energetic city, and it's a huge city, and you really, the pace of the city was something that I did not expect, and the kind of, and how alone you could feel in such a populated place with so many hundreds of people walking around everywhere. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. It was strange. It was very strange, but I absolutely loved it. Like, I loved the pace of the city. Like it's pretty addicting, actually. And I loved being there so much that I'm gonna die if I don't pay attention to what I'm doing. That I'm actually going to move there for July. Jesse has an empty room for me that I can stay in for July, and of course pay rent, but because the video game release schedule is so slow in the summer months, that I'm actually just going to move out there, take my laptop, and spend the month rebuilding WikiGameGuides.com, which is something that I've been meaning to do for a very long time, and you know, kind of getting away from the distractions of being at home, and hopefully going out there and giving myself only that one thing to work on. I can get it done in a month. And I died. Fucking A. They're not doing a very good job of explaining where to go for people that aren't paying close attention to the game. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to move out to Brooklyn for July. And I know a couple of people on Twitter that saw me, that I was posting pictures, that live out there, wanted to meet up, and I didn't really have an opportunity to do that while I was out there, just because I was so short on time. But for those of you that did want to try to meet up and buy me a beer, I will have more than enough opportunities when I'm living out there, not too long, to do that. And then after leaving New York and just falling in love with the city and the pace of it and all that, I took a train down to Washington, D.C., where my cousin was graduating from Georgetown Medical School, and a whole bunch of family was going out there to, and I met a ton of my family out there for the graduation. And it had been a long time since I've been to D.C. as well, even though I was born in D.C. And I think, like most American middle schoolers, I did the D.C. trip. And God, there were so many middle schoolers out there all wearing the exact same t-shirt. It was kind of hilarious. Okay, I'm not going to die the same way I died before. I'm going to go this way this time. Maybe follow the path of dead bodies. And it was great. Like, DC is a beautiful city. I mean, whoa, yep, I'm going the right way this time. DC is an absolutely beautiful city. Like, New York is majestic and huge, but DC, like, with all the monuments and all the kind of Roman architecture, it's gorgeous. Like, the Washington Monument and like all that shit, especially at night. Like, I ran down the mall at night and got to see all the different, oh, what am I doing now? Oh my God, am I in a mech? Ha! That's crazy. Kill the mechanical beasts. Okay. I'm digging this game. I don't think I really need to know the story to enjoy this game, but it's pretty fucking fun so far. Anyway, so, yeah, like going through the mall, seeing the monuments. One day I went to the National Archives and waited in line to see the Declaration of Independence and the Bill of Rights, and they had like an old version of the Magna Carta there, and those are pretty amazing documents to see in person. Actually, I was pretty blown away. Like, I don't think I'd ever seen them in person before, and it was great. It was really moving, kind of seeing those things, those small pieces of paper that kind of laid the foundation for the greatest country in the world, America. Fuck yeah. Oh, what else? Oh yeah, and of course, because I was out there seeing my cousin, who's my same age, we went out drinking quite a bit, which is my favorite thing to do in any city. What am I supposed to do here? Use it? If I don't use it, will I use it? How do I throw a grenade? G, perhaps? Yep. Oh, God. Hey, look at that. Conveniently blew a hole. So, word of advice. If you have friends or anybody that's graduating or about to graduate med school in particular, med school students are they know how to party, because they realize that, well, they've gone through hell. Left alt and S to down. Cool. Oh, God. Oh, takedown move. Okay. Cool. I don't like leaning in first-person shooters. Like, I will never remember to use that. I hope that doesn't get me stuck later on in the game. I know that will, because I will never think to, like, lean down, or... I guess that's one way of crouching. That's kind of strange. Maybe I will learn to use it. Anyway, so... if you have an opportunity to go out drinking with anybody that's graduating, absolutely do it, because they know that, well... especially med school students, because they're going to drink like fucking crazy, because they know that their residency is about to begin, and that's going to be 10 times worse than all the school that they just went through. Like, residency is hell. It's 16-hour days, 6 days a week, and oh, I can hold multiple weapons. Oh, okay, cool. And so they know how to fucking party. I had a blast out there. I don't even remember. I went to like some salsa bar one night and tried to dance my white ass off the entire time, pathetically. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, but I had an amazing trip. It's gone for about 2 weeks. I think I said that at the start of this video. So I'm going to be home in Colorado for about another 2 weeks, maybe a week and a half, I think. And then I'm driving out to LA for E3, so I'm starting to do some E3 planning. I'm making a lot of appointments for games that I'm going to see out there. I just got my Microsoft press conference invite, and that's the only one that I've got so far, so I'm hoping to get a couple more. Ooh, to view the map. Okay. What is this? That looks important. I can activate it, but it's not. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to be gone for E3, and then I'm doing a little bit more driving after E3. I'm going up to Seattle and running my first marathon in almost exactly 1 month from now, which is kind of terrifying. I mean, I think if I had to do it today, I'm pretty sure I could do run my marathon today, but it wouldn't be pretty, and my goal is to get under 4 hours, and that's going to be the real challenge. Like, my weekly mileage is getting really fucking high. Like, I'm running about 35 miles a week right now. About half of that is on Saturdays. So yeah, I'm in pretty good shape. I'm pretty ready for this. Oh my god, stab that robot dog! Holy shit. Huh. Model unlocked. Camp food. Oh my god, that's a lot of freaking collectibles. The secret has not been found. Holy shit, there are an enormous amount of collectibles in this game. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to make a collectibles guide for this. Anyway, I think that's about it. So I'm looking forward to E3. Let me guys. I think I did a decent job talking and playing at the same time. Maybe not. Maybe I should have talked just straight to the camera the whole time instead of distracting myself with the game, and I could have done a better job telling my stories. But let me know how you guys like this vlog, if you think I do a better job, if it was only talking to the camera, no game, or you just don't give a shit, which is always a possibility too. Yeah, and I think that's it. So thanks for watching, and see you in the streams. Game on.